Hey guys, this is Dave from Team Movan, and I'm coming to you guys with a Red Eyes deck profile. And so this deck got new support with the last set, and I was reading through like some of the cards, seeing if there was anything good. And surprisingly, I started reading these the new card effects for these guys, and they seem pretty decent. I was like, okay, well, let me look at the other Red Eyes cards. Let's see, like, if I could do anything with this. And I actually read everything. There's a lot of effects that aren't what's per turn now. And it searches a lot within its own archetype. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I said, hey, this has potential. So I've been working on it for a little while now, ever since the support came out. And I think this is the best build because it has a certain play style. So I just want to show off my build I've come up with. And so for the level 7 Red Eyes, I'm playing one of the Gemini and two of the Vanillas. I had to play the original Red Eyes, the Vanilla, because the new Red Eyes slash Dragon requires that it specifically lists Red Eyes Black Dragon in its fusion material, so you're going to have to play two of these, so you're playing two of the fusion. And then the other fusion I'm playing, the Meteor Black Comet Dragon, it requires a level 7 Red Eye, so you want to send the Flare Dragon, because you'd rather have him to bring back because he potentially has an effect because he's a Gemini. And then for the best card in the deck is going to be, it's going to be Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. So this card is actually really easy to access in this deck because you foolish it with a lot of cards in this deck or search it, and you can special it back from the grave and you start like comboing off there, and your plays revolve around this guy, and he's actually pretty strong too as well. And then three of the new card, Baby Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Baby Dragon. And this card, it's a floater, so its effect is when it's destroyed by battle, it can special summon a level 7 or lower Red Eyes, and so that includes itself, and that's not once per turn. And when it is destroyed by battle, whatever you special from the deck, you could equip. So, for example, you have one Red Eyes, you attack, it goes, you special another one from the deck, then this equips to whatever you specialed, and when this card is treated as an equip and sent to the grave, you could search a level 1 dragon monster from your deck. So you could just attack again, both go, and then you chain link 1, chain link 2, you search, and then you special the last one from your deck, and then it re-equips, and then you do it one more time. Chain link 1, chain link 2, same thing. You summon something else from your deck, well, another level 7 or lower. Most of the time it's going to be this guy, Iron Knight. Gear free, the Red Eyes Iron Knight, and then it re-equips. And so off of just one card just attacking, you get two searches off there, and then with this card you're going to get a third search. And it just like helps you go turbo through the deck, and I'll explain more of the combo right now. And so we're playing two of this guy. This guy's actually really good. Whenever an equip card is equipped to him, you can send that equip to the grave and destroy a spell or trap your opponent controls. And then also, once per turn, he can send an equip that's equipped to him to the grave to target another level 7 or lower Red Eyes in the grave and special summon it. And so when the Baby Metal summons him from the deck and then equips itself, his effect can trigger to send this to the grave to pop a spell or trap they control, and then this searches. So you essentially got 3 level 1 dragon searches off of this. Summon one of these, and then the card you're going to be searching off of that is going to be Black Metal Dragon. Now, as long as you see this card, like honestly, if you open or see this card, any way to get to this card, you're going to be like doing that much better, because this searches any Red Ice card, like any card, any spell, trap, monster. Searches Red Ice Darkness Metal Dragon, searches the spell card, which searches a trap, and foolishes. Like this like helps you really like dig through your deck and get to what you need. It gives whatever it's equipped to 600 attack, and so that's kind of relevant with the fusions. They get pretty strong. And also So when you use the effect off of Baby Metal, and you destroy one of their spell traps, and he searches whatever, you search this, it equips to Iron Knight, and then Iron Knight could pitch this to bring back something. This searches, you got something else back, and it's just like the combos just keep going off of that. More Red Eyes cards. We're playing 2 Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Now this card is actually really cool because it lets you play around destruction. Because if any of your Red Eyes monsters are destroyed by battle or card effect and it's in your hand, you can special summon it and then resummon whatever was destroyed back in the positions that they were in. And so this plays around Masterpiece. This plays around like the trap that pendulums have. And since it's a hand trap, no one like expects it, so it really helps you grind and play around things. And then the last Red Eyes monster is gonna be Red Eyes Wyvern. Like back when this is like a really slow card. If you don't normal summon, during the end phase, you can special summon any Red Eyes monster from your grave by banishing it from the grave. But this is actually relevant because when you send a lot of your Red Eye stuff to the grave, so this is just like another good target to send, and you could bring back the fusions that you fusion summoned as long as they were summoned properly, and it's actually just pretty good late game. And then next we have 2 Blackstone Legend. It just becomes another, like, this is more copies of the Baby Dragon. It could just come up relevant if you need a 7 and just to overlay for something, but its grave effect, you could return another Red Eyes in the grave to add this back to your hand, and that combos really well with Dragon Ravine because then you always have a card to pitch with Dragon Ravine and you keep recycling your cards back into your deck. And then for your fusion targets, we have Silent Boots and Light Pulsar. So Silent Boots is really cool because I was looking for like a really good warrior target for my fusion, and I said, like, I thought first turn what could be good, and sending Boots to search Fog Blaze is actually like really good. And so that's good. And if you hard draw him, you have like Ravine and stuff to pitch it, and then it's a search. So it's pretty cool. And Light Pulsar is really good to bring back with Red Eyes Darkness Smell Dragon because of its almost floating effect, and this is used for the Black Comet Dragon. And then for your Ravine targets, you have Darkworm and Arcbrave. This is just generic level 4 dragon, easy to summon, rank 4, accessibility. And then Arcbrave is cool. It's a level 7. Brings back it brings back Slash Dragon because it's a level 7. Even if it's like a fusion, like the fusion dies, you send this, and then you can bring back the fusion. And summoning this off of Red Eyes Darkness Smell is actually pretty cool. Banishing all their spell and traps is relevant. And then next, I'm playing 3 Ravine and 1 Terraforming. You want to see this card, but you don't want to see multiples, so that's why I'm only playing 4. You could bump the Terraforming up to 2 or 3 if you really want. This has been fine. You don't need Ravine in this deck, but it's just kind of cool, like toolboxy type of thing, like fixes your hands if you draw like the bigger guys. And then getting onto the Red Eyes spells, we're going to get 3 Red Eyes Insight and 3 Fusion. Insight's super dope because you foolish any Red Eyes and search Red Eyes Spell or Trap. And then Fusion's super broken. Just like a fusion, like just a Shaddoll fusion, just fusing from your deck. It does have the restriction that you can't normal or special the turn you use it, but that's why it's really good first turn, and you get out a monster and set up with Silent Boots and all that. And then Insight, just talking about this more, you send Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon a lot because you're able to bring it back, and that's when like your plays start like snowballing. Or you can send like a Wyvern if you don't need a target, but it sets up like a lot of your combos and searches, so that's pretty cool. And then for the one-ofs for Destruction, we have Dark Hole Regeki, Disruption, Recoveries, 1 return, 1 soul charge. I was playing more returns, but I found out it's not like as great. But it's really solid one-of. And for the traps, I'm playing 2 Fogblade, This is off of Silent Boots, and I'm playing 2 just because like it's just like a good card in general, but you're able to search it as well. And then Red Eyes Fang with Chain, and so this is basically an like a searchable Alkahist. When it's equipped to one of your Red Eyes, you could send this equipped card to the grave to target an effect monster on the field and equip it to that Red Eyes, and that Red Eyes gains whatever it's equipped to, the stats. So you could send this to the grave, take one of their monsters, and equip it to your Red Eyes, and it becomes that attack. So if you take like a high level, like a high attack, it if you could take like one of your own cards and like that helps you OTK and stuff. So there's a bunch of combos and disruption with that. And the last 2 cards are more revival. It's gonna be Red Eye Spirit, which is like a searchable Back to the Front, and searchable Call of the Haunted. And when this is destroyed, you can summon. When return is destroyed, you can summon any Red Eyes in your grave. So it's something they always like. They don't want to get rid of this card, but if they don't, then you're always summoning back Red Eyes and making like rank 7s and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then for the fusions, we're playing 2/Dragon. This card's super dope. It's good first turn because you're sending Silent Boots, so that's a Fogblade search. Anytime a Red Eyes monster would attack, you could select a warrior in your grave and equip it to him. And then just in general, while you have an equip on your side of the field, his effect is that if your opponent tries to target any of your cards, you could use his effect to send any equip you control to the grave, and then negate and destroy that. And so if they try to Twin Twister you, if they try like target you whatsoever, he can send an equip and negate and destroy. And while he's equipped with anything and he's destroyed by battle or card effect, he can special whatever was equipped to him. So he has like 3 pretty cool effects. And then Meteor Comet Dragon, he's like a beat stick, and he sets up like combos because he flourishes any Red Eyes on his summon, and he floats. So that's why I'm playing the Light Pulsar for his target. For 7s, I'm playing Flare Metal Dragon, Big Eye, Draco Sack. This is actually pretty cool because of links. Absolute Dragon, and Odd-Eyes Raging Dragon. So I used to think like rank 7s like had cool effects, but they didn't have like a beat stick. But then I was looking up like stuff, and since this card came out, like I haven't even looked into rank 7 since he's came out basically, and he requires 2 level 7 dragon type monsters. So obviously you're playing Red Eyes, and so he's 3,000, so that's cool. And then you're playing this guy because he could float into him, and so you could go into him first, or if you just need the immediate beat stick, that you can play. He's pretty cool because he's pretty strong himself, and just having like a Utopia and a rank 7's cool. Speaking of Utopia, the regular one and Lightning for the 4s, Tornado, Castell, and for the last XCs for 3 you're playing Breaksword. And then you had to play some links, so 2 links is Proxy and Deco Talker. Then side deck is just generic. This is why I'm playing 3 Drone Lock, 2 Ogre, and a Maxi. Then for Kaijus, Gamma Seal, Kamungus, Radiant, and then 1 Slumber. Playing Gamma Seal because it's 22, these 2 because they're 7s, you can use the overlay. For traps, it's going to be 3 Barrier and 2 Deflector. So yeah, this is the deck. Basically, I've been trying to test different ways to make this deck. It seemed pretty control-y, and so I tried to make like a more trap-heavy build with the fusion, trying to like hold on to that board. But it was really like fragile. Like you would open too many traps or too many spells. There weren't enough monsters, basically. I think this is like the deck that I showed right now has a perfect ratio of monster spells and traps. You're playing a lot of monsters, so you could combo off. The spells that you're playing are just all really strong in their own. There's not many of them, but like they get to your combos, and then the only traps you're playing, all of them are searchable. Like literally every trap you're playing is searchable, so you get to pick and choose what you want to do for whatever hand you have. If you want to like combo off more, then you like you could set up with this. for later turns, if you already have like a good enough board, you could just like try to disrupt them with these cards. Like, I don't know, this deck's pretty cool. Like just playing like big dragon monsters and making rank 7s and all that's pretty fun, and it actually grinds pretty well. So yeah, this is the deck. Let me know what you guys think. Any changes or whatever, just put it in the comments. And this is David from Tumoven signing out.